they actually have announced the nominees for the Spiel of 2016.
Pretty big deal. Big deal. I kind of forgot that they were happening. But we do know not only for Spiel Jahres, but also the Kennerspiel and the Kinderspiel.
Of course.
So the nominees
are as follows.
For the Spiel
no drum roll.
Jahres
We can spring for that.
If you haven't heard, Codenames. We did a playback for it. Big deal. And then 2 games that we have not played, Imhotep and Karuba. So we can start on that one. I mean, the only one we can really discuss is Codenames.
Well, I am excited because I love Codenames. I think it's worthy of the title. And what I'm actually hoping is I want to try the other 2 because I'm hoping that they are at the same caliber as Codenames.
Yeah.
Because then, to me, I always love it when there's actually a competition on a thing like this. Because it also means then everything's good.
Yeah, it's better. It's better for players. It's better for the industry. Yeah,
yes.
You want.
So I'm very excited to check out these 2 games now, which is usually what happens when you get the nominee position.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Last year, I think we both were in agreement that the nominees, we were both kind of
we like them, but
yeah, nothing was really overwhelmingly great to us.
No, I can tell you, if Codenames was there, we would have.
Yeah, we would have been like, oh yeah, cool. And I think both of us also, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago, how Codenames was like, oh yeah, that seems like a lock.
No, and I definitely think we also, some of the, what's called I think they call them the recommendations, it's pretty much they didn't make it, but they're they were up for the title. Right. Or other games on that list, like Spyfall and stuff, that were, we're definitely no, these are great, that we would also think were.
Right, yeah. Spyfall,
so, this is definitely, I think, a very good year.
And a Seven Wonders Duel were also on there, yeah.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the titles here I felt much more excited about.
So I think that's good. I having not played these other games, I wonder if, because Codenames is definitely the most well-known of those 3. So but I don't know, hopefully it's not too much of a popularity contest, I don't think it is at all, because otherwise Machikoro would have won last year, I think.
No, I think but
that might give him a little bit of a boost.
It's sort of because the game's good, and because Codenames sold, because it's popular because it was good.
And because they pick games specifically that appeal to a wider audience, so that in essence sort of
it's like
popular.
Yes and no.
But so we'll see exactly how that turns out. But then there's also a couple notable ones in the Kennerspiel, which is for their more complicated games, not the family friendly all ages type of games. They had I Love Sky, and I do love Sky. I love Sky. They also, and then 2 games that are pretty interesting: Pandemic Legacy and Time Stories.
Yeah, when I first read this, you were really shocked about, particularly the last one on that list, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. Both of them kind of surprised me. Well, I guess I also, because I don't pay as much attention to the Kennerspiel, so I always associate the Spiel Jahres with the simple family games. So to hear them acknowledging Pandemic Legacy is very interesting. But
well,
it's
the
not
thing
exactly
I find
new.
very interesting is, if I recall, when we were at Board Game Geek Con 2 years ago, and we actually got to hear from one of the Spiel Jahres judges.
Right.
And he talked about some of the requirements, like one, it has to be printed in Germany, or has printings in Germany, I should say. 2, it has to be something that could be readily available in Germany, whether it be picked or not. And does that mean that we're going to see a lot more Pandemic Legacy then?
Well, I think that may have specifically been for the Spiel Jahres,
but I feel like
the Kennerspiel.
Yeah, but even so, I feel like they probably do think about those things.
Well, I'm sure that all 3 of these will have more printings because of this nomination.
And I hope so. That's another thing that makes me very excited.
Because just being able to have the sticker on your box that says nominee is pretty huge.
Right.
But it's very interesting because Time Stories is so different. They're both very different beasts.
No, completely.
So, I think they both deserve.
You know, it's almost funny. You have Pandemic Legacy, which is meant to be played you have to play it multiple times.
Right.
Then Time Stories, which once you get to the end, everything.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Although they're also kind of similar in that, kind of the same thing with Pandemic Legacy. It's just that you get more sessions out of it. But anyway. So those are the nominations. You can check them out yourself, see the full list. We didn't talk about also the Kinderspiel for the kids' games. There's Stone Age Junior on there and other things we haven't played. And one called
Yes, the artwork for that one actually a little creepy for me.
With an exclamation point.
So keep track. Hopefully we'll be able to play those 2 games soon.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
We'll get them out there so you can know how to feel about them.
Because obviously our predictions are been 100% correct each time.
I would say like we should do like some kind of a betting, but there's only 3 options, so you can't even. It's not even fun to be like, I bet this will win. Yeah,
also, I feel that's what I feel like. It'd be like, what are yours? Okay, we have the same choices.
Yeah, it's hard to make a fun.
We'd have to do it like January, like before any games are announced.
Oh yes, that's what we would have to do.
So we'd have to do like, here's what we think is gonna be the winner, then maybe our list. So you get points if you get named.
It would be
or
impossible
something.
though, because
half the times you don't.
It's
know.
games we've never heard of. Yeah. Anyway.
But let's move on.
Anyway.